present here. And I would like to thank you all for coming and presenting yourselves for this evening. Vignesh is a wonderful friend of mine who I've met from Bangalore Poetry Circle, and our group is a small but very close circle at heart. We share poetry and that connects us all. So about Vignesh, Vignesh Thangavel is an alumnus of BITS Pilani, Goa and the University of Central Florida. He works as a hardware designer at Intel by the day and likes to indulge in music, poetry and dance in his free time. Poetry is a special passion of his, and he likes to write on human relationships, nature and philosophy when he feels deeply moved by these subjects. He has published in a couple of anthologies recently and believes that everyone's a poet, except that a few like to put in words while the expression of others speak poetry. Vignesh also indulges in playing music by the ear and dabbles in a couple of instruments such as the violin, guitar and harmonica. He also enjoys Latin forms of dance like salsa and bachata. Right? Bachata. Alright. So I now hand over the stage to this incredibly talented young man, Vignesh. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mehul, for such a wonderful introduction. Wow, I'm overwhelmed by the introduction. That's a bit of me. Thank you all for coming today. I know it's been a really busy workday, Tuesday, and taking time out of your schedules is not easy at all. But, well, I'm glad you could make it here. And I have my sister who's come from all the way near the airport, and I'm very happy she came. So I have her, I have my friends. So it's all about friends and family. And that is the title of my first poem. So I'd like to present this welcome to you all through a poem. It's called Friends and Family. We call them friends, we call them family. Who are they? Shared is our sentience, shared aren't our genes. Shared are they? Related by blood, related by free soul's karma. Related are we? Some like us, some are like us. Lonely are we? Some know me, I know some, but do I know me? A face that is said to be the index of a multifaceted soul. Aren't we all projections of the infinite into flesh and bones? Parts of a parcel that goes around, comes around, but never leaves. Yet, I see the light being born of darkness. The parts that are complete, the parts within me that complete me, are incomplete, sans those without. You or me can't exist. Only we could, and shall always. Friends, family, you're all I have. Thank you. So I took the liberty to carry a bunch of papers instead of reading it out on my phone, because that seems to be the tradition, and it's a respectable one, I believe. So we talked about family, we talked about friends, and I want to go to the beginning. I want to go to the point where I started writing poetry. It all began in my undergrad, the first year, where I took a liking to write about anything which is related to nature. I know that's a bit stereotypical, but okay, this is one of those pieces which is a bit childish, but I guess you'll enjoy it. So here goes. It's about being born again. I want to be born again. I want to be born again, to love nature as love itself. For in me, I see nature itself. To appreciate the beauty of nature's symmetry, and to see symmetry in all beauty. To learn from a spider how to walk on a web but not get caught inside. To learn from a flower how to display the inner beauty to the world outside. To learn from a butterfly the art of transformation. To learn from the distant sky the cosmos of unchanging constellations. To see a supernova explode, to hear birds and bees sing aloud, to smell flowers on a grassy mound, to taste honey from a hive high above the ground, to feel the first droplets of rain fall from a thundering cloud, to meditate myself into the emptiness of space. I want to be born again. I want to be born again. Thank you. So I thought maybe I could write poetry after all. And then something interesting happened. First year just flew by like, I don't know, like a whip. And very soon in the second year, I met someone who completely took me by everything, the whole soul. And I haven't reclaimed my soul ever since. Also, I think, I've moved on. But this is one poem dedicated to her. She was my first crush and a special someone. Special one. For the first time, I met a special someone in my life. The first time I saw her, I felt something special. I felt the wheel separating dream and reality part away. A sudden feeling of peace and harmony with everything I perceived prevailed. It was a trance that I had taken a boat to. It was unlike anything I had ever felt before. For I thought I was awake, yet I felt dreamy. My feet touched the firm ground beneath, yet I felt it melt away into nothingness. I heard many voices, but only hers I could understand. Oh, I was hovering away into the deep chasms between heaven and earth. And then she smiled. I've seen many a smile, but in hers, I felt her aura pervade me. A smile so everlasting to haunt my soul forever. A smile which could make my day every day. A smile in which I felt a communion of our souls. One which even a billion other smiles won't make me feel. A smile which can never let me down, even if my rationale and faith do. Never did a smile mean so much to me. And then she shot a stare right into my eyes. Her eyes so powerful that I felt my bare soul materialize before her. And realized that I had long lost more than just my mind. I had let go of my soul. There I was, completely taken. I haven't reclaimed myself ever since. And now, all I have are words, and only words to reclaim myself. Will I ever get myself back? I look up to the heavens and await the universe to conspire to meet the answer. Thank you. So, this was the end of second year, and I tried to go confess the crush I had on her and how much I like her. Well, she just crushed it and threw it away. She didn't have the same feeling for me. So she brought out the poet in me, and not just that, probably every other thing that we will mention, she was the reason for that. She made me rebel, she made me try out every kind of music, dance, everything under the sky. So that's how it began. And then, fast forward, I did my master's, went to Florida. Okay, I fell in love again. But this time, it was reciprocated, gladly. And just one sad part, I had to come back for personal reasons. And at that point, it really couldn't work out. We had to go our separate own ways. But this poem taught me that angels needn't have wings. Angels are around you in your everyday life. You just have to open your eyes to see them. And they don't have to be there all the time for you. You learn from them. So here it is. When an angel comes alive. I once met a girl wanting to be heard and waiting to fly, a free bird. She hadn't a gift of the word, but only because she chose to give louder actions and remedy someone's hearing woes. She hadn't a beautiful face or any wings sprout, as she slouched over her tired, worn shoulder, which to all she knew remained a trusting boulder. Our eyes just met, and a smile been awoken, despite all burdens, pure, yin, unbroken. As dark clouds loomed over us, I offered her my umbrella, which I realized to be broken and vanilla. She slouched on my shoulder instead, ever so lightly that I felt myself afloat, and the clouds seemed to brighten and float. Through the gaping hole came sunshine, which had my fuzzy heart melt and made me uncertain about the hand it dealt. I saw in a blur only the aura of an angel, turmoil incessantly in human skin, and the frailty of all her willfully adopted kin. Then, heard in rhapsodies, many warm hearts thanked her selfless actions, and suddenly felt her touch ooze love's hand's conditions. I knew not where we were going, but in each other's arms soon we were on the dark side of the moon. But it was too late to reciprocate. Her pure love, pure selfless love, inordinate. I realized that from my frozen arms she had departed, and under the melting sun my life's colors parted. Waking up in familiar terrain, I longed for the dream that was the rain. I was no more her favorite devil, but her love changed my will, and I sat back to ask myself, who was I to call sunshine my own, or deny this angel her renown? Thank you. A tiny snippet to that, she was into American Sign Language, so this whole poem is dedicated to how she touched the hearts of a lot of souls, and she was an angel whom I shouldn't be holding back. She had a lot to give to the world. So she was all about service, and I'm happy for her. Okay, it's getting a little heavy. I know it's too much about like heartbreaks and love. Okay, how many of you have watched the movie Interstellar?
Which one?
Interstellar? The Christopher Nolan movie. Okay, so we got a good number of movie lovers here. I'm happy. Think about it this way. That movie had everything about science fiction. What if a small piece of light, a small ray of light, came and talked to you and asks you the question, who put us here? So this poem is called They Put Us Here, a reference to the line in the movie. And this came as a dream after I watched the movie. So they put us here, a story of light and life. From what seemed like nothing at the beginning of what they call time, I was born to propagate, or so I was told. The travel, it never seemed to end, except for the mysterious kind, from near, from afar, breaking the icy cold. It was a warm fuzzy rumble that led me through the rime, but very much unlike the heat of the stars one to bold. The journey, they said, would be a straight line, but I realized that could only be a lie of a crime. One that this universe and all its gravity would never hold. A million miles wouldn't tell what a couple of feet could do to us time. In those few feet of her, I cut through and bounced back to resonate and mine, to the notes of a bittersweet symphony with a heart of gold. A shadow always felt like the end, but this one held with life a sweet time. One that could raise a shadow to nurture another. And to protect them, I realized I could fold. For all their elegance and beauty in myriad hues, their conscience, one too many have traded with a fickle, powerful dime. They put us here, but alas, they know not what their hands do mold. Their souls aren't their own, but also ours for all of time. Theirs, though, they'd say, were for some price sold or to some object told. They dare not ask us to seek a gold in such crime, for that would cast a dark spell on all that was and that would ever be told. Thank you. So that was about that movie. And how many of you like smiles in general? I can see it on all your faces, so yeah, that tells me you like it. And here's one about trying to make somebody smile. How did I come across this thought? Okay. I was watching National Geographic, and you might have all come across a face with those eyes of an Afghan girl who was lost in a war zone and she would never smile. And I was imagining, if I had to make her smile, what would I write? So here's my poem to make you smile. In the face of opulence, smiles one too many smelled of dope. Feelings doped with agendas and niceness doped with judgment. In the face of penury, I witnessed a smile of hope. A glimmer of hope to trump the dystopian predicament. In the face of greatness, smiles poured alongside tears. Greatness of the soul that would bear a cross and leave a testament. In the face of shame, smiles brought out the deepest fears. Fear of strangers and stranger public sentiment. In the face of malice, smiles raked up darkness. The darkness that pulls a drug lord from the tenement. In the face of love, smiles exuded a sense of happiness. But at one smile, I found all the faces disappear. For it was hitherto unseen, like in an Afghan desert, a wallflower. Measured to reveal only the tip of an iceberg of emotions. A smiling eyes concealed a storm beneath calming emotions. In a blinding flash, I saw the heavens those eyes meant, as my earth upturned and the heavens bent, to an iridescent maker smile. You'll be fine in a while, whispered a husky voice. I hazily saw a known face rejoice, and asked, what would it take to make you smile, like you mean it? I saw a brimming smile and heard a voice that said, a promise to stay an extra mile, the last mile, like you mean it. Okay, so coming back to my sister, she had traveled to Portugal last year? No, the year before the last year. And she told me about a revolution which had no blood written on it. I was like shocked. Could this be true? I tried to go read about it. And there did happen a revolution. It was a bloodless revolution, and it was called as the Carnation Revolution. So, tiny backstory. They overthrew a dictator completely, and they used carnation flowers, which are like roses, to stop guns from like literally firing bullets. I couldn't imagine that, but I think I got to imagining it at some point, and that became my first published poem in an anthology, and I'll read it out from that. It's called The Carnation Revolution. They echoed of guns, violent neighborhoods, but with neighbors too afraid to come off their hoods, for their fascist stepfather tormented all children, believing he owned them like rabbits in a warren. The cannons were all muscle and reeked of war, but a rose stalked a muzzle in the human abattoir. Piercing every bullet was a carnation, held gently by hands of political reincarnation. From underdogs of a stifled military to pioneers of a revolution extraordinary, they marched with conviction, away from the slaving extradition, over bullets to uproot crippling tradition, and to seek soulful reclamation. Fascist triggers were pulled, neighbors' souls were fired, as they took to the streets, their arms torn guns and roses, while their hearts tore fascist bullets. Out broke a bloodless revolution, a war against war in silent evolution. Yes, they called it the Communist Revolution, for the martyr had set the wheels of democracy in motion.
Nice.
So I was thinking about revolutions and karma and a lot of other things, and I fell asleep one day, and that was in my home in Chennai. I did not expect to be visited by a huge number of guests who would disturb my sleep. And the next morning when I woke up, I knew I had a sleepless night, but they made me think that okay, maybe I sinned way too much, and this was payback for that. So here's an ode to the flying ninjas. The flying ninja. Yawn goes the trainee's lass, answering in a melancholy chord what humans' treatment of nature deserves, with a vengeful eye for the greedy eye to fight death with death. Stings that puncture flesh, the sores of thine radiant body warmth, a prolific yet mystic fleet of blood-sucking barbaric wrath, a flight of fury pulling hell over and out the reeking swath. It's high time we saw the dark soldiers of nature's wraith, our very own mother that in her selfish visions had been tortured by some greedy fellows to realize the puny math. There shall be no sleep, for sarcasm isn't new to Mother Nature, but for the petty humans who tended to the hallucinations of audacious imaginations. That your heads forged in time through thoughtless indoctrinations, to make believe that one could fool nature with heinous creations. It's time that forces us now to see in retrospect the game of karma's right hand and put into action karma's left hand. While we rediscover respect for Mother Nature in all its glory and swear by it for times to come. And the flying ninja said its final words just before it met its death. And exploded. So you probably guessed who the flying ninjas were. Mosquitoes. Okay, so that was a flying ninja teaching me about karma and what happens. But we also have history, and history brings us a lot of things about how the society is, how we even exist. In short, what we should know is that women have had a special place in history, but it's not the way we imagine it to be. It's a very, very cruel history where women were treated as property, and it led to a lot of systems, beginning from systems like caste system to class systems to a number of systems. So I thought about history. Why is it called history? It's his story, it's not really a human story. So it's probably time to change that and to rethink if we should have her story added to it. So here's my poem, Woman and History. Just give me 1 second. So this is literally woman with a hyphen between W-O and man, and history with quotes on his story. Into revolution were set one many celestial, with gravity and measure animosity, by a God could it predate. Through evolution of man, animals came man to possess anima and animus on an earth which they now depredate. From the womb crawled out a baby, vermin, whiffmen, or queer, they knew not, but of a divine woman, they exclaimed. But entombed was a glory in his violent world, while he wrote history. The tiniest chromosomal detail grew into a cunning devil that devoured the angel that nurtured one and all, and branded all alternates of chromosome or sentience as against the God he created, seemingly for none at all. The woman I first saw taught me how to look at the rainbow and see how every shade of color was pure and beautiful, while outside itself, the white rays and black clouds commune to create colors like every shade of humanity, innocent and bashful. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer, he would loathe and claim to be diseases of the confused human soul, but would dismiss how the born of her, he put her through disease and learned to trade her flesh, kill the human and sell his soul. The man who wrote history sang of the lands he conquered, the religions he spread, and the women he enslaved, oozing with a dastardly pride. But the man who didn't taught me how to respect more the woman for her natural largesse and to realize that from karma, no one can hide. We can work together to stop this cruel story from repeating itself. And if we let the women, her story would add something to make something better than history itself. A lot of serious stuff here. I'll go back to a time where I enjoyed coastlines, nature and beaches. I happened to go to Vispalani Goa campus, Goa, for all that magic of the coastline. Lived earlier in Kerala for some time, so this coast has always been my favorite coast, the western coast. And I started writing a poem when I was an undergrad, almost like the third year, and I gave up on it. And a recent suggestion to like pick it up and write it for an anthology made me rethink the whole thing and like rewrite it all. So here's my poem, The Magical Coastline. I live by the coast, the western coast. It's where the rocky land meets the rocking waters, where the agile wind graces them both. The majestic sun shines with grace and warmth, and God's painted sky comes close enough to touch. Together, they orchestrate divine art through space and time, seeding creativity and awakening the creator within. The azure sky lends its hue to the pristine water, while the sun shines through it, pulling out the angelic fog. And all the while was the wind over it hovering, cutting through and entrapping itself within, grazing on the line between order and chaos, to conjure a dancing portrait, dazzling here, dimming there, while on it letting the angel play, taming the winds to a kindling breeze, carrying with it the fragrance of life. As my soul seeks to make soil my second skin, I see the difference between finite and infinite itself. I realize I've captured the seed at last. The magic of the coastline has transcended within. But alas, I opened my eyes to a stark reality. The spell was broke by a confluence of dark waters, manifestation of death on the elixir of life. My soul trembled and my eyes gleamed with fear. For I saw the rarest of creatures washed ashore, engulfed by plastic, bereft of skeletons. Every communing river choked to its existential brim with waste that every company had discarded all they produce in a haste. And here they were to lay claim on this land, my island. Enough was enough. I sowed the seeds I held around me and sat in meditative prayer to summon penencing ray to uproot human sins like never before. to nourish gently the seeds of virtue in human heart. But I was only a pagan islander, one who wouldn't let go of nature's gifts and dog on him. Thundering clouds answered my prayers and poured down heavily, tearing down the corporation's concrete jungle to be, and reviving the island's biggest broken tree. As the seedlings sprout and the lost birds return, I saw sparkling gems of life and sand, and thus began my voyage to bring them home, to the rightful home with Mother Nature. Thank you. Sorry, I just jumbled them up a bit, so if you don't mind that. Okay, so I do love dance as well, and there's one dancer that completely captured my attention. Well, I knew that person wasn't someone I really had anything for. Or maybe I thought, did I? I was in confusion, and well, she was a golden girl. She was probably the object of affection for not just one of the guys like me, maybe a lot more. So, here's to the golden girl. Eyes prettier than two gleefully waiting mermaids. Her quivery lashes silently orchestrated clandestine serenades. As the cold corners deepened in her golden countenance, they cornered in its abyssal depths a desire teeming to end its penance. The apple of her eyes forbade him from seeing her as his own, for the silvery mist glistening on them had flown, to reveal a deep but notoriously riddling umber, holding him at wit's end with his desire's ember. The pink lips, amber nose ring, and white wheel carried the weight of vibrant expressions. As a blue dress danced in a golden mist, carrying his ululations and titillating transgressions, the golden girl shone in his heart of hearts, but with blues in his heart becoming the ramparts. Thank you. So, those are the points I had in mind for today, and I know I probably rushed a bit through a couple of them, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you'd like to add something, please go ahead.
I just had a question.
Sure.
Going back to your first point,
Yes.
when you talk about nature and symmetry, do you still feel there's only beauty in symmetry, or you think asymmetry can also be beautiful?
Totally. I got my answer after I wrote that poem. So yes. There's beauty. Beauty is only in the eyes of the beholder, really. As cliche as it may sound, it's true.
I would like to give a feedback.
She's Padma Priya. She has been one of the biggest veteran members in Bangalore Poetry Circle. Has a huge number of poems published in anthologies and has books of her own as well. So, thank you.
I'm Dr. Padma Priya. It was a mesmerizing evening of beautiful poetry reading by Vignesh Thangavel.